Welcome back, everyone, to episode 7 of MC Eternal. I hope everyone is doing great. We are back for another recording session. I hope you have some drinks. I have some water right here, which I will take a sip of right now. And I hope y'all are ready to kick back and follow along with this series. So on today's episode, I've been doing a little prepping. And I'm recording this the same day as the previous episode, but I've done a lot of work between hands. I went out, did some exploring, got some materials together, and made some food, just did some tidying up overall. And I have gotten together, well, first thing of all is I got these steel leaf legs from a quest line. Now we can take a peek here. I got some quests to turn in. We'll knock these out first. So this was what I did. I went and I found diamonds. So I did some mining. For this, you need to find 5 diamonds. I was lucky enough. I found 1 vein of it, and it had all 5 that we needed. So I got some moolah, a random loot, which I think I tucked away. I don't recall what it was. And then these steel leaf legs, which, if you haven't noticed, as I walk, they make this really weird noise. It sounds like they're just scraping up against each other. But anywho, with doing that, we've progressed down this line for enchantments. So I did get an enchanting table that'll give us some moolah, some explosive arrows, and a chance cube, which we're going to have to try out. We also did some exploration, and from that I was able to get the spider key, which was pretty cool. That just gives us a little bit of money. And then finally, I did kill a vampire, which gives us this, and ooh, lava waders. Ooh, what are those? And I think that's everything. So let's take a peek at these. I'm guessing that they let you walk on lava? Potentially? I did bring a cow in here for whatever reason. But I did, like I said, I did get my enchanting table together, so here it is up here. I decided this would be a good spot for it, and I have some spruce bookshelves going so that we can get things going with putting some enchantments on, because we have a lot of books. It'd be really good to get some of those books put onto our onto some of our tools. Now the other thing I did, let me drop off this lapis real quick, and then I'll show you down in the basement what we got going on. So we can plop those in there. Can we enchant this? Cannot enchant that. Pretty positive we can enchant this though. Okay, cool. Cool, we will leave that like so for now. But anywho, this refined iron pickaxe. So I needed something that would let me mine obsidian, because you do need obsidian in order to make the enchantment table. Now the go-to on your base Minecraft would be what am I trying to say here? It would be diamond. Like most people in Minecraft would go to diamond, and then they would use a diamond pickaxe in order to mine obsidian. However, we have all these mods, so I figured there has to be a better way. So what I did is I looked into Tinkers, and I found out, looking at tool materials, that refined iron, right here, has a mining level of obsidian, which is exactly what we need. And refined iron is super easy to make. You just go over here, look at smelting. You take normal iron ingots, excuse me, and put it back into a furnace, and they'll cook up into refined iron ingots. Also, you might hear that little snickering every once in a while. It's this chicken taking some seeds and potentially leaving me an egg. So that's all that is. So don't get too worried when you hear that. It kind of freaked me out at first as well. So in order to do that, I put a little furnace down over here. We have some refined iron ingots now, which is perfect. I'm actually going to store these away because we don't need them for the time being. I'm also going to stick some other miscellaneous items away that we do not necessarily need. I think that's actually all we needed for now. Ooh, I do not need these arrows on me. We really should get a bow and arrow going at some point, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. So what I did is basically went through the normal steps of tinkers. Now, this mod has been around for a long time, and I'm sure most of you already know how this process works. So feel free to skip ahead, maybe a minute or two. I'll probably be done talking with it, but I'm just going to walk through the basic steps. So you get all of your tables set up here. You start in your stencil table. You'll take some stencils. You need to make the parts that are required for the tool you're trying to make. So whenever you're doing that, please reference your book, because you can go right into tools and it'll show you. So this, for us, we made a pickaxe. So you need a tool rod, the head, and then the cross beam like so, or the cross, whatever it's called. The, whatever this is called. The binding pattern. The binding, the head, and then the tool rod. So we need to get all those. You make the stencils, and then you come over to your part builder. Typically, most people will just use cobblestone for these kinds of tools. So you take your stencil, put it right in there with a little bit of cobblestone down here, and it'll give you a stone output of that stencil pattern. And then I believe it shows you sometimes it'll show you how much it costs to actually make this. Oh yeah, material cost is 1, 3 for that one, and then 1 for that one. So that says it's going to take 1 cobblestone, 3 cobblestone, and 1 cobblestone. So pretty low cost overall, but I just put a whole stack in there. It'll stay in there, it retains the inventory. And then from there, you want to jump over to your smeltery. And you want to take those patterns. So like, let me just take, for example, I'll do a tool rod here. You'll get a stone tool rod. Put that away. And then what you want to do is you want to smelt up some gold like we had here. And you can just click on left click within your smeltery to shift molten metals around, or just whatever is in the smeltery inventory. To shift it around, you just left click it, and whatever you want to output you have to put on the bottom. So for us it would be gold. You would stick this right down here in the casting table, and then you would right click on the faucet here, and it would pour out over this stone tool rod, and then it would form into this cast. And you do lose your stone tool rod or your stone item when you cast it into these gold casts here. So once you have these, then you take these, you stick them in here. You want to switch to whatever material you want for that particular part of the tool. And again, you just want to reference your book for this kind of thing. If you come into our book here and we go back to our tool materials and our refined iron, it shows you for head, like the head of a tool, it'll have that durability. Our mining level is obsidian, mining speed right there, and then attack speed. And then if you did a handle, it'll give you 105 durability, another modifier, and then the extra piece, which for us was the binding, gives us an additional 90. And you can mix and match all 3 of these. The main thing you want to keep in mind is if you're trying to mine for a specific resource, like for us, we needed obsidian, you need to have the head be in that material that will let you mine that resource. So we would have to have this obsidian, but we could have done this in just normal iron or in copper or whatever material we wanted. So once those parts are all put together and you have all 3 or however many parts you have for your tool, you come over to the tool forge. You'll want to select from the left hand side here what item you're trying to make. So for us, we were making a pickaxe. You just place them in there and then it'll populate right over here. Easy peasy. That's what I did for this so that we could get our obsidian. Now, I did need to get lava as well, and in order to do that, I wanted to craft a tank. So I just basically went into our little JEI here and I typed in tank, and I honestly looked for the first one I could find that seemed reasonable. This one seemed reasonable. Basic fluid tank from Mechanism. It holds 14 buckets, which is pretty good. Costs 4 iron and 4 redstone. Not that expensive, and it works great. Realistically, I probably should have done this one, from thermal expansion. This will hold 20 buckets, and it only costs 1 iron and 2 redstone, and then 1 copper. So it's a lot cheaper, and it actually holds more. And I think it plays a little bit better with thermal expansion if you plan to utilize a tank for any of your thermal expansion items. So for us, actually today, we'll probably be making this because we will be shifting gears and upgrading our dynamo. So I believe that this is the next one. Yep, requires hot fluids. This is the next one that we're going to want to make. It does require invar, which I think we have some invar sitting around. We can come over and check, but this is what we're currently dealing with, our steam dynamo. And it's okay, but as I mentioned last episode, it's using coal, and which is fine when you're starting off, but it's not a viable resource. I mean, you're just going to have to continually go out and find coal, and I actually had to do that off camera. I had to go find some more coal. Take a little sip of my water here. So yeah, I think realistically a magmatic one will be better suited for what we are trying to accomplish. So we'll stick that over there, and we're going to take a peek in here. Do we have invar? We have 1 piece of invar, and I think we need 2. Okay, so how do we make invar again? Or actually, we're gonna need 6 pieces. 6 pieces of invar, which if we had an alloy kiln, can we use, but we have an induction smelter, right? Yeah, so we can take our nickel and iron and throw it in our induction smelter, which is upstairs. So we'll run upstairs and do that. The other thing that I kind of want to do is we do have silk touch that we could utilize. We also have power 1, soulbound, multi-shot, which is cool, magic, shadow step, and flame. A lot of cool items we could put on our tools here. But like I said, we're gonna go upstairs and do that. I do want to show you guys what these cubes do. Did we already? Yeah, we did. So these chance cubes, they say it's not recommended you do it by your base, and I would 100% agree, because there's a chance of it spawning some pretty nasty stuff. For me, last time it spawned a cube of iron, iron, what are they called? Like, now I can't think of it. Iron spikes, I think. Yeah, a cube of these bad boys all around me. And I think from tearing it all down, I got 36 of them, but it was not fun. But we're going to try it out. So we're going to do it actually over here. I think it'll be fine. So you place it down, and then you take your pickaxe and you break it. And then it just kind of gives you random stuff. So for us, it gave us a bunch of gold items. So we got a gold helmet, some golden carrots. Interesting. Golden nuggets, and then some gold ingots as well. I am also going to grab these melons while we're out here. The farming in this has been insanely efficient. For whatever reason, things just pop back super quick. Like, as you can see, our whole entire crop field is full up already. So we can stick these bad boys away. I think we can put the golden carrot in there as well. And then we will stick away this stuff. We don't really need this helmet. Can we smelt it? Yeah, we can smelt it down into some nuggets. So what we need is some iron. So iron, if I could spell. We have a ton of it. I have been mining quite a bit, so we'll do 35. And then we need nickel, I believe. Not too much nickel, but okay, can we all that? There we go. Okay. Cool. So we should be able to take this. I think you want to turn that off. Put iron in there and the nickel in there, and it should make us some invar. It's going to take a hot minute, which is perfectly fine. I just want to make sure it works, and then we'll go off and do some other stuff. Yeah, perfect. 3 invar. Wow, okay. I don't know if we want to make a ton. Maybe I'll do like that. I think that would be fine. I know it's not the exact ratio that we need right now, but that is perfectly fine. All right, we also have some iron that can be dropped in there. And then I'm carrying this lapis lazuli on me, but I should really just drop it up here in our enchanting table. Cool. So, the other thing I was taking a peek at was the science progression over here. The other thing we could make is the igneous extruder. It does only give us some moolah, which is perfectly fine, but it's not too bad to make. We do need invar for it, which we are getting. And then from there, we can do the dynamos, actually. Interesting. So maybe we want to do this extruder first. Now that I'm looking at this quest progression a little more. But regardless, we're going to need this invar. And I think that is perfect. I'll leave that iron in there. Get all of that out of here. And then let us go back to thermal expansion. I know, fun with thermal expansion. So we need the, where is it? This bad boy. Mixes hot and cold fluids. Okay. So this is actually another way that you could get obsidian without having to get a pick. This will make obsidian for you, I believe. So just something to keep in mind. If you're not going down the tinkerer's path or you haven't had it set up, you can always do this path as well. So this isn't gonna work pretty for us, so because we don't have what we need. We need to make copper gears. That's the one thing I'm not a super big fan about, is how this interface works. So we're gonna need 2 of these bad boys. Okay. And then we're going to need 1 of these. And then we're gonna need a machine frame, but we don't have a tin gear, so let's get 1 of those. And then machine frame, we should have everything for it. Yep, and then we can craft this bad boy. Perfect. I thought I left this lapis upstairs. Maybe I didn't leave it upstairs. Alright, and this, we could actually place this probably downstairs. It's not very viable to have it upstairs necessarily, because like the description said, it mixes hot and cold liquids. So we're gonna want this to get it from the side. Let's shift off all of those, and we'll do it kind of like that, because then what we can do is put some lava probably on the top there. You can make basalt, you can make cobblestone, normal stone, or obsidian, granite, diorite, andesite, and then basalt, back to basalt. So we are going to need some more of our flux duct. Right. Flux. Ooh, do we really only have 1? Ooh, that's not good. We'll have to make some more of that. Where is leadstone flux duct? Make 1 more. Okay, cool. Get that down here, and then I gotta grab my wrench here to just nix that off of there. Perfect. Oh, okay. Did not mean to do that. You just want to be careful when you are wielding this wrench. So, anywho, let's stick that away. Get that off of here. We will get rid of all of those bad boys, and we are ready to move on. We can claim that quest progression. Oh, 6 hardened flux ducts, which we have not made, right? We've been making the leadstone, the hardened ones. You need to use invar nuggets and then those, which doesn't seem too bad, actually. How will that help us progress? Moving on to an energy cell. Okay. I guess we could do those really quick. Let's do one of those and get rid of these bad boys. And then we'll take this, or we want this. We need 3 per, right? So we'll need to make 2 of these. Like so. I think I did my math right. And then 4, 5, 6. And that should do it, right? Yep. 6 hardened flux duct. Cool, and we got that, and we can move on to crafting our energy cells as well. But I really do want to get the magmatic dynamos going here. So we should have plenty of things for this, and we do need to make 2 for this quest progression. So let's hop back over here and take a peek. So we'll want to make 2 of these. We have those, and then we'll just want to make 2 of these. And then we can come in here and do that. And make 2 of those. Perfect. Okay. Moving right along, we now have our magmatic dynamos, which we can then turn in that quest. I do realize that you can turn in the quest from the side over here, but I like going to the actual progression and seeing how we are doing. So, cool. The other thing that we could do was a compression dynamo. So if we take a peek at this, this one is fluid, fuel, and coolant. We're not quite there yet. I think it's a little bit easier to do the magmatic one. So we are going to want to rearrange how we have this. I kind of like keeping this here though. So I'm thinking what we might do, because I want to have where fluid can come into these. And we could make some fluid ducts. I believe that is an option, right? Yep. Well, obviously we have fluid ducts right there. So we could do just some fluid ducts. And we could place these on either side like so. Definitely need some more lights. And then what we could do, take our wrench and orient it how we want it to be. Kind of like that. And then we would just have to hook lava into both of them, or put a tank on each one, which actually might be a little bit easier to do, is to do 2 separate tanks. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I think it should be in here. I probably should just realistically search for it, make it a little bit easier. So we're gonna want 2 of these, and then we should have everything else we need. Perfect. All right, cool. So we now have 2 tanks that we can take our bucket, and what we can do is we can go down. Let's drop off these hardened. I'm kind of curious actually, because I didn't really read for the hardened. So these will do 1,000 RF protect. These will do 4,000. Okay, wow. But I think these only output, if I'm not mistaken, these will only output at 40. This one is 40. right? Power output is 4. Yeah, and that's not even outputting, so I don't think it goes very high for our setup now. Eventually we'll switch over to those, but for right now I think we're perfectly fine. But you know what? I could actually just do this for demonstration purposes. We can take a little bit of lava, throw that bad boy in there, take a little bit of lava, and throw that boy in there. So, as you can see, we have 1 bucket in there, and it will generate power for us. And same on this side. Now what we really want to do is progress down the line here and get an energy cell going. This is really what we are going to want to do. And I think we probably have everything we need for this. So I don't see why there's a reason that we can't do it. And we could honestly just stick it right there. So let's actually do this. We do need electrum though. Okay. Induction, smelter. How do we get electrum? Gold and silver. Okay. Let's get a little bit of gold. I don't know why that's not commingling there. Gold ingot and a gold ingot. Okay. Don't know what's going on with that. Let's get... Okay, what is happening? Oh, I picked the wrong... Let's get 4 of those, and then where are our silver? We'll get 4 of these bad boys. I believe it's a 1-to-1. But we just need to grab our induction smelter. That is not it. That is our sawmill. Alright, and if we stick those in there, it should get us electrum. Where did I get this from? Oh, I took it out from there. I gotcha. Alright, but yeah, so... This will actually chew through lava not too quickly, which is pretty nice. So us getting these tanks going will make things a lot easier. And I can go and fill those up off camera because it's not going to be that much fun for you guys to sit around and watch me do that. Cool. So we'll need to do this. Get one of these. Then we're going to need a lead gear. And then we need to craft one of these bad boys. And then finally, we just need one of those. Perfect. And that gives us our energy cell, our basic energy cell. Perfect. Now we can pop that boy out of there and stick that right here. I'm going to modify the configuration because we want input from that side, and that side. And then this is going to be output. And they're both set at 1,000, which is perfect for us right now. We can obviously lower it down if we need to. But this is just going to store up energy, so all the energy that was stored within these bad boys has now been transferred over to this. And it'll just keep accumulating until we're at 2 million, which is really nice. So if we were to get in the position where we were to run out of fuel, it will still have a backlog that we can utilize, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want to do. So it's not the most pretty setup as it is right now, and we will want to get actually probably some lava in here at some point as well. But I think we are at a very, very good point. So I am going to run down. I'll fill up these tanks. And I do actually have to stick this bad boy away. Do we have any fluid? We do. I'm a little curious to see if we can utilize these into there, because that would look kind of cool if we could utilize those. So, anywho, like I said, I'm going to run down, fill up these tanks, and then when I come back, I'll show you guys where we are at with the setup, and then we'll kind of see what our next steps are, because we can obviously maybe progress a little bit farther down here. So, with that being said, guys, we will be right back. Okay, guys, so we got our lava buckets all filled up, or our lava tanks, I should say, all filled up. And I brought them back up here, and I got our fluid ducts hooked up to them so that they are going into our magmatic dynamos, like so. I think this looks actually really cool. I'm liking it. It just looks like this weird, massive beast of an energy creating whatever you want to call it. But but very, very cool. So I just went down. I have a huge mining area close to like Y level 10 or so that I found a ton of lava in. I just go down there, grab some buckets, and scoop them all up into there, and then I use your crescent hammer and you shift click on the tanks to get them off the ground, and they retain their liquid, obviously. So the one thing that you will need to do when you place them in, if you're planning to have them drain into something, for us it's into the fluid duct, into the dynamo, you can see that little bottom piece right there is orange. Over here it's blue. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, I guess I'm guessing that our fluid ducts cannot handle that. Maybe we have to do a hardened fluid duct. Oh, but we need hardened glass for it. But how do we make like a hardened fused quartz? Okay. Come on. Can we rally back around to what we were using before? Get through all the colors. Come on. Okay, this is not helpful. Hardened fluid duct. Oof, okay. In an induction smelter, you need tin. Okay, how do we make hardened glass? Come on, people. Can't be that. Harden. Can we use copper glass? You can. But I feel like this is kind of redundant. Aluminum glass. Okay. But okay, fused quartz. Okay, this is literally not helping me at all. Because basically it's saying, oh wait. Hardened mana infused. But you still need... Okay, I'll have to look into it. But basically what I was trying to say is if you're trying to get these to drain out, what you'll need to do is shift click on them, like so, to get them to go orange so that they will flow out. Now for our situation, it's not going to work like that because obviously they broke on us. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll shift gears. Yeah, we'll shift gears like so. Get that out of there. Give me that. Give me that bad boy. We'll stick it up there. And now you just have to kind of jump up here to make sure. Perfect. Give me that. Where did it? No, it's stuck up there. Come on. There we go. Perfect. And then... Cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Like so. And then we will grab... We'll put these bad boys away. And then we will grab... No. The leadstone. We'll grab 2 of these bad boys. Have them just go like that. And into there. A little bit of a cluster, but we will clean it up because realistically I'm probably going to ditch the steam dynamo at some point. Actually doesn't even look like it's producing. Yeah, for some reason. Okay, that one is. That one's going. But this one's not. Interesting, because the front and the back... Okay, the steam dynamo for some reason is not working. Hang on, let's grab it. Filled up. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it just was not working properly. Interesting. Okay, but we're filling up plenty of power very, very quickly. And I'll have to look into the fluid ducts for those bad boys. You know what? Do we even want to have this going? It probably doesn't even make sense for this to be going. And then what we can do is grab this bad boy. We'll stick them down here, and then we'll grab that. We'll grab that, and we'll have it just go like that. Now I imagine that it is outputting correctly. It's still inputting from the proper spots. We're just not having anything on the bottom anymore. So yeah, I think that actually will do it. And we could obviously line some more dynamos up along there as well. And I think for now I'll actually keep this bad boy over here. The steam dynamo. Stick that bad boy away, stick those away, and I'm just gonna have to do some tidying up. Our inventory got a little messed up, which is perfectly fine. We'll stick our book away, bring some of our tools back down to our inventory, and we'll stick this lapis away. But with that all being said, we are nearing the end of the episode. I have been trying to stick true to my word that we wouldn't be... Oh, okay, you can't keep it in there. That's what's getting me. That I wouldn't be doing too long of episodes anymore. A lot of them I will typically put out are about an hour, and which isn't the worst. I like recording for that long. I don't mind it at all. But I know it can be a lot for people, so I obviously don't want to... I want to give the people what they want. So we're going to keep them relatively short. But what I do want to do is take another peek at our books here. We got some blast protection, bane of arthropods. The silk touch is what gets me. But I wish we had like fortune. That would be really nice. Unbreaking 1 is good. We have unbreaking 3 on this one. And it's amazing. So we can use an anvil to use these. So I guess we don't actually need the table for it. But I am kind of debating if we want to make another pickaxe other than the one that we currently have on us. Let's grab some sticks. Alright, and then let's figure out what we would want to do. We could do some rubies. What are these bad boys used for? The magic crystals. It'd be cool if you could make a pickaxe out of them. Or, the other thing I was thinking... What was this called? Mechanism, that's what it's called. Mechanism. They had some pretty cool tools as well. Osmium? Like, what the heck is osmium? They do have lapis, which doesn't seem that great. The obsidian pick is kind of cool. You do need a refined obsidian ingot, which I don't know how you get this. Oh, you can get it from a smelter. Molten obsidian. So it looks like you just take refined obsidian. It doesn't look like you can use normal obsidian. Yeah. Okay. In an arc furnace. Refined obsidian dust. How do you get that bad boy? And a crusher. A pulverizer. Okay, that's not super helpful. And then there's steel. Oh, dang. That steel one sounds pretty bomb. Okay, no. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to make a very stereotypical pickaxe. We are just going to use... We do have aluminium. We have amethyst. We have plenty of rubies. Let's use 3 of these. And can all of those be stacked together, please? There we go. Get some of those, some of these, and we will get ourselves a ruby pickaxe. Because what I would like to do is go upstairs and use some of these levels we have. Now, realistically, this isn't probably the best way to go about it. Probably not the best pick for it, but I'm eager. So, we're going to stick that in there. We'll stick that in here. And this costs 3 levels to put on there. Auto smelting. Smelting and unbreaking. Let's try that. What did we get? With Fortune 2. Ooh, okay. Automatically smelts whatever is mined. That is kind of cool. Now this one's almost broken though. That's pretty cool looking. So it's Fortune 2 and smashing. I don't know what smashing means. Let's go test this bad boy out before we end the episode here. I know probably said a few minutes ago that the episode was going to end, but I just want to try this out really quick because this seems kind of cool. So let's try it on some ores. We got to have some ores chilling out around here somewhere. Anything down here? No, I mined out. There's that, but that's not a smeltable ore. Okay. Oh, we got some stuff in here. What about this? Oh my Lanta. Instant copper ingots. Now, it's not the most efficient, obviously, because we would want to put them into our pulverizer and get the most bang for our buck. But it's still pretty sick. So if we come down here, and we've explored pretty much all of this down here, I believe. Oh, where did you come from, my friend? We've actually explored a lot of this down here. Which I don't know if I showed this to you guys on camera or not. And look at that. Refined iron. That is so cool. And I'm sure it does it with stone as well then. As well then. That's what I said. As well then. Okay. Can I not walk properly? Oh, I thought I saw an enemy. Interesting. Okay. Let's get back out of here. Let's try it on this. Yeah. Gives you normal stone. Okay. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's useful, but like, how useful? You know? Because most of the materials I'm going to want to pulverize and get, you know, double the output from. So I might actually stick this one away for a while. Or I'll hold on to it. I'll stick it in my bag. And we'll hold on to that. Let's get rid of some of this stuff we don't need. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, we did get a lumberjack bag. Let's open that up. Got some wood. Alright, let's stick that away. Stick some of these away we don't need, and that, and our lapis. And we're going to call it there. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in for the episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave a comment. Let me know what you're feeling on this series. If you have any questions or recommendations of things you would like to see, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to follow along with the channel at all, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. Y'all know what it does. I don't need to explain it for you. But other than that, thank you so much for sticking through till the end. I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.